Save more on our huge selection of Nectar, Dream Cloud, Sierra Sleep, and Diamond Mattress. Furniture and Mattress 86, across from the Churn Creek Post Office on Merchant Street, Reading.
From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Hey folks, good morning. Hope you had a nice day so far. Hope you had a nice weekend so far. Today is definitely a shakeup compared to yesterday, especially, of course, last night we started seeing those showers move through. Temperatures much cooler today than they were yesterday. We're talking widespread upper 50s here across the area in the valley. Siskiyou and Modoc County, we'll be talking 40s as opposed to the other day. You know, yesterday and the last couple of days where we're talking 60s and even higher than that. Eastern Mountains is the same story with those widespread 40s out there. And of course, rain and snow. Through today, right? That's kind of that system that's ushering in that precipitation, that colder air across much of the valley. Well, really much of us, period, right? All the way from Susanville, out to the coast. We're seeing that widespread scattered stuff, right? It's not necessarily that there's an unbroken line of precipitation from Eureka all the way to Alturas. However, scattered across the area is that broken muck, if you will, of some convection, right? Here's the best way to put it. Futurecast paints the picture pretty well, right? We got a little bit of patchy energy across the area, helping that stuff boil up and develop into some showers. Light to moderate downpours are possible. In fact, there's a little bit of instability across the area. So, you know, if one or two of those might pop off a little bit of rumble of thunder, it wouldn't shock me. Now, I know temperatures are low, but there have been thundery conditions, you know, in the 30s, right? So it's not totally impossible. And I'm not saying every one of these is going to be a thunderstorm, but just a little bit of something to watch. We might see a couple of those rumbles of thunder here across the area today. Let's keep an eye on that, right? But for the most part, we'll be talking light to moderate rainfall, a downpour or two scattered within their snow levels. We'll call it about 4,000 feet, maybe 4,500 feet or so. I think most of those upper mountain passes like I-5, for example, will be fine, but we might have a little bit of trouble out here, portions of western Siskiyou County and out towards the eastern mountains. You can go over on our website and check chain requirements out there. It wouldn't shock me if we start seeing at least a few of those. Now, I was mentioning this, I think most of I-5 is going to be fine, but again, let's just keep an eye on that, see how that evolves. Tomorrow, looking good. I don't think we have any more rain chances there to start the week. It's going to be later in the week as we head towards Tuesday or Wednesday, so the day after tomorrow and the midweek that we start to pick those rain chances back up. And in fact, Wednesday looks a lot like tomorrow, well, really today and into tomorrow, right? Wednesday and Thursday look a lot like that in some ways. Now, as we head through late tomorrow night into Tuesday, you see this first push of some more shower activity, right? I do think some showers are possible in the area Tuesday, right? So we get past this system here that we see today, we dry out Monday, then we pick up a little more kind of sketchy stuff Tuesday. You'll see what I'm talking about here as we head out into the extended term futurecast over the next few days, right? I don't think Tuesday's going to be a washout, but yeah, okay, there's a little bit of stuff there, especially I-5 and west. I don't think most of us in the valley will see it, maybe a stray chance. I think Modoc County will be dry, and I think the eastern mountains will be too. Wednesday, I think that's whenever the big push is. And like I said, it looks a lot like today. We kind of get that system off to our south, kind of on top of us, pushing south and east, though, by Thursday, where it starts to kind of move out of here. Still a stray chance or two in the south on Thursday, but I don't think most of us will see that. And of course, through Friday, so really the combination of today's system and next Tuesday, or this Tuesday and Wednesday system, it adds up to about a couple inches of rain in Humboldt County, Del Norte County, maybe an inch or two portions east of I-5 in Shasta County, down at Tehama County, in the eastern mountains, and the Highway 70 corridor as well. But a lot of us, especially Red Bluff down to Willows, portions of the valley closer to the I-5 area, tenth of an inch, quarter of an inch, something like that. I really don't think it's going to be anything crazy high, but you know, a little bit of tasteful rainfall never hurt anybody. And again, I think most of the higher mountain passes up here will probably have a few issues to contend with, not thinking it's going to be like a blizzard or anything like that, but we might have some chain requirements pop up here or there. Like I said, go over to the website. We have some live updating conditions where you can keep an eye on that. Most of I-5 is probably going to be fine too, but don't take that at face value. Let's keep an eye on that through today. Of course, we'll let you know if we do start seeing those pop up across the area at any point through the area, and of course anywhere across the area. So on the coast, well, there are those rain chances today, lasting really through today and into maybe the early hours, like 1, 2, 3 in the morning tomorrow. But I think most of tomorrow's gonna be fine. Tuesday also had those shower chances, but out towards Wednesday, that's whenever we start to see that next batch of more widespread rain across the area. Still don't think that's going to be a washout, but of course we were talking about that. Notice these temperatures really cooling down day after day after day. We start to moderate back down to the lower 40s by the time we're heading through about midweek or so. Modoc County, it's the same story. Out there in the midweek, I think Snow levels are probably going to end up in about 4,000 to 4,500 foot range, somewhere in that vicinity here. You can see both days there, kind of what I'm talking about. But notice towards the end of the week here, we're talking a little bit of warm up, right? We actually are getting back up a little bit as far as those temperatures are concerned. Upper 40s, maybe even near 50 for Manchester City, for example, by the time we're heading through Friday, or by the time I'm talking to you this time next week, a week from now, which would be next Sunday. So, there might be a little bit more of that warm up, but it's definitely not going to be 70s. So I don't think we're going to see that too quickly in terms of the trend upwards for temperatures. Out in the valley, it's the same story. We kind of see those trends pretty pronounced, right? I think we're going to see widespread 50s out there for pretty much all of us from Redding down to Chico. Rain chances are definitely elevated. I would say Tuesday into Wednesday, but really Wednesday is the day. Notice you're kind of bookended both directions by just shower chances, right? I think Wednesday's the day to watch for yet another repeat of today. Honestly, that is probably the best analog I can draw for Wednesday. Is today. They're very similar looking days in a lot of ways, but hey, check those 60s out by the end of the week.
Save more on Parker House, Ashley, and Coaster. Furniture and Mattress 86, across from the Churn Creek Post Office on Merchant Street, Redding.